In this part of my adventure into Honduras and Guatemala, I'll begin my climb into Volcán Acatenango. As you can see, it has just erupted behind this talkie guy. And in order to conquer this 3,700 meter beast of nature, I had to begin with a pleasant drive from Antigua Guatemala into the nearby entrance of the park. I did this entire thing with the cheapest tour group that I could ever find, and it turned out to be a grave mistake. But without further ado, let's first enjoy the beautiful drive.
Estoy impaciente, quiero comerte. Quiero jugar, baby, una horas más. Estoy impaciente, quiero comerte. Quiero una vez contigo. Eres okay, estamos cool. Yo voy a tener tu cuerpo con la luz. Luchadora, un poco picante. Tengo el fuego, yo soy un Ares. Si tú vienes podemos sentir más frío. La piscina, baby, no necesitamos toallina. Él va a quererme, no pueden tenerme. Es divertente jugar, no sé firmarlo. Hago lo que siento y lo hago sola sin ti. Nadando en tus ojos, tímido y compromiso. No somos cielos extraños, tú eres mi magia. Tú eres cariño, yo no lo puedo soportarlo. Sé que tú me quieres, pues no eres, dame más. Tú eres cariño, yo no lo puedo soportarlo. Sé que tú me quieres, pues no eres, dame más.
Y ahora estoy con el mejor conductor de mi vida, mi amigo nuevo, Jorge. Hola. Gracias por conducir seguramente.
Suerte.
Sí, gracias y hasta mañana, ¿sí? After 40 minutes of drive, we finally arrived at this little village that is about 2,500 meters above sea level. And from here, it is all hard work. Well, at least, before that, we can enjoy the field of maize, corn, ad infinitum. There's more corn than I'll ever consume in my entire life. But hey, begin here, it's true adventure time.
Corn is a North American cereal plant that yields large kernels on a cob. It is also called maize because it's easy to get lost in its incredible flavor. Side effects of corn may include choking, I guess. Come down today and try some corn, or we will sacrifice your newborn.
Corny jokes aside, the trail was truly challenging. It was steep, muddy, and most importantly, unforgiving. Large ditches are washed out by the continuous rain in the season, and the high altitude did not help crossing those large gaps as well. But for me, it was not that big of a problem, as evidenced by my rhythmic and robust breathing.
Wow, the guy just said this is about 1,000 years of trees. They call it Kanak tree. Yeah, you can even climb in it. There's a road going through it. Oh, you can see all the way to the top.
After paying the entrance fee in the ranger station halfway up the mountain, and admiring some more of the tropical highland alpine cloud forests, it was finally time for me to have lunch with some of the new local friends that I have made. Specifically, some four-legged fluffy ones.
To not take it close? I took it off as soon as I got it.
Ready for another round? Yeah?
Once you put it back in,
Yeah,
it's
right
like
away.
cold.
Come on.
No, but that's why I keep putting on the...
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Okay, now it's like hour 3 of walking after lunch. You know, it's a little bit easier on the back part, but you know, still pretty hard on the lungs. And you can see we're starting to exit the tree line. There are fewer and fewer trees all around me. And I'm pretty sure, you know, in about 15-20 minutes we'll say goodbye to trees. Whew, that means we're almost there. Up and up and up. I'm the only one in the front, and the only buddy with me is this. I've decided to name him Peanut Butter. Peanut Butter. Okay, maybe Caramel? No? Chestnut Cake?
Si tú ves esto, vienes conmigo tonight. Es mi mano, estamos juntos. No piensas más, no piensas que tú eres mía. Pero en la disco tú eres mi amor tonight. Olvides todos junto mi amor tonight. Quiero divertirme con mis amigas. Me tú un poquito raro. Todo el mundo así. Siento sudor, miras tu cuerpo, eres mi mujer. Tú eres la best, tú eres mi best. Tú eres mi one, no thank you next. Hey mamacita, eres un verano como el azúcar. Me hipnotizas, tu movimiento, tú cómo bailas, me hipnotizas. Te quiero para mí, sin limitaciones. Te quiero para mí. Quiero tenerte esta noche. Tú eres cariño. Yo no lo puedo soportarlo. Sé que tú me quieres, fácil no eres, dame más. Tú eres cariño. Yo no lo puedo soportarlo. Sé que tú me quieres, fácil no eres, dame más.
After another hour or so, I was finally reaching the camp near the peak. And unfortunately, the clouds have moved in and covered up basically everything except my toes and fingers. I climbed all of this way and suffered all of these pain for what? But I suddenly remembered patience is a virtue, and hopefully, if I wait long enough, the clouds will move away. Well, there's only one way to tell. I sit down with my new friend and slowly waited for miracles to happen.
One hour later. Two hours later.
I think you're talking about like a burn. You get burned. You go from like cold to hot. Right? So you always want to go like lukewarm water. Hands are, you have like thing in your hands. You either do jumping jacks.
3 hours later.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm. Wait. Everybody, calm down. No.
Aw, this one's a baby one.
Don't be shy.
No, the mama should come.
Sorry, no, I thought you meant like now or in the morning.
No, in the morning.
Ah, loco, ¿a qué hora vamos mañana?
¿A dónde?
Oh shit.
I'm so sad.
Yeah, that is the volcano Fuego going off. Now you see its full glory. I finally captured it after like 15 attempts. You're welcome, viewers.
Hey, that's pretty cool, eh? How about round 2? Oh, still not enough? How about round 3? Okay, I know. Round 4. But sadly, the clouds quickly came back in, so we had to retreat to the side of our bonfire. But with the company of a freshly cooked dinner and a lot of marshmallows, the night was actually particularly enjoyable, except with one single thing that I'll tell you the next morning.
Ooh, after a miserable night, I'm here to report that, we were unable to wake up early so that we can go see the volcano because, where's the volcano, huh? This is what you pay for when you actually decide to travel to such high altitudes. With volcanoes in the rainy season in Central America, I've experienced this in Costa Rica, I've had this in Nicaragua, and it's just history repeating itself again here in Guatemala. But let me show you something even crazier. The places that we sleep is actually a little bit more like, how do I say this? You see those historical slavery trade ship, how they stack the slaves together? Yeah, it's about that. Let me show you. Whew. It's freezing, by the way. Morning. How's it going? Good. Yeah, so not exactly 5-star. But now you know about that. I have to talk about another thing. It's like fucking cold and humid here, so that means a lot of condensation. And unfortunately, I picked the bed that is closest to the wall. That means I get squished one side by a guy, the other side by the wall that is soaking wet.
However, just as this cold and miserable tour was gonna end on an even more depressing note, Pachamama, god of the mountains, decided to open up the clouds and showed us one of the most majestic eruptions out of the blue just as we began to descend in frowny faces. And with that unexpected ending, we happily descended down the slopes. And please enjoy all of the cornfields I have filmed on my way down. I'm sure you'll find them amazing. Ha 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 ha.
Nostalgia, la 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 la. Solo una noche, la 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 la. Yo me siento libre, libre de mirarte en los ojos, libre de quererte más. Yo me siento libre, libre de mirarte en los ojos, libre de quererte más. Yo no sé cómo tú te llamas. Estaba mirándote, me soy enamorada. He puesto mucho tiempo en mi cuerpo, mi mente sana. He puesto todo en mí, en mi baby golpeado. He puesto mucho tiempo en mi cuerpo, mi mente sana. He puesto todo en mí, en mi baby golpeado. Mi canción favorita, siento tu calor, tú me haces loco. Somos aquí toda la noche, aquí toda la noche. Yo no voy a que sembrar fuerte. Tengo que saber si tú eres my baby. No tiempo de perder, no estoy jugando. Yo no voy a que sembrar fuerte. Tengo que saber si tú eres my baby. No tiempo de perder, no estoy jugando. Mi canción favorita, siento tu calor, tú me haces loco. Somos aquí toda la noche, aquí toda la noche. Mi canción favorita, siento tu calor, tú me haces loco. Somos aquí toda la noche, aquí toda la noche. Yo no sé cómo tú te llamas. Estaba mirándote, me soy enamorada.
And that's the end of my climb onto Volcán Acatenango, one of the most impressive volcanoes that I have ever seen. And in the next part of my adventure in Honduras and Guatemala, I'll begin to make my way towards the famous Lake Atitlan, in which you're gonna see me battling against the centrifugal force in a local chicken bus driven by a crazy maniac.
Oh, this is fucking nuts. This guy drives like fucking crazy.
Have a butterfly on my fingertips.
Look at this. I have a beautiful butterfly on my hand. I think the minerals on my hand is just, too attractive for them. I'm sorry, ladies. I'm a mariposa man now.
And oh, just chilling on one of the most majestic lakes surrounded by 3 volcanoes, that's all. So if you like this video, don't forget there is a big like button just right down there. Yup, go click it, go click it. And oh, also click the subscribe button if you want to see more videos of my adventures all around the world. Oh, and I'll see you next time on a highland volcanic lake in Central America.
Somebody in here gave me my sort of dog apparel.